What is criminal justice system? It is the machinery that society uses in the prevention and control of crime. The process is the totality of law enforcers, prosecutors, defense lawyers, judge and corrections personnel, and the mobilized community's efforts in a crime prevention and control. Also refers to the orderly progression of events from the time a person is arrested or taken out of the community, prosecuted, sentenced, punished, rehabilitated, and eventually returned to the community. What is 5 pillars of CJS? The Philippine CJS is composed of 5 pillars, namely the law enforcement, prosecution, court, correction, and community. Each pillar is independent and has its own objectives, but all pillars must cohesively work together in order to achieve the main goal of preserving peace and order. And in order to uphold law and order, guarantee fair trials, and assist in the rehabilitation of offenders, all of them work together to create a fair and efficient system that preserves the law, protections of the public, and advances justice. A comprehensive framework for an efficient and equitable criminal justice system in the Philippines is created by the various roles played by each pillar, which ranges from investigating crimes to deciding cases and assisting with rehabilitation.
The function of the 5 components of the criminal justice system. 1. To prevent and control the commission of crime. Ensures the protection of human and civil rights by preventing them from being violated by means of criminal enforcement. 2. To enforce the law. To make sure that people obey the law. 3. To safeguard lives, individual rights, and property of the people. In order to make society more equitable, to keep everyone safe, and to improve our communities. 4. To detect, investigate, apprehend, prosecute, and punish those who violate the law.
Number 5. To rehabilitate the convicted criminal offenders and reintegrate them into the community as law-abiding citizens. The process of assisting prisoners in maturing and changing so they can detach themselves from the circumstances that led them to commit a crime is the first place known as a criminal rehabilitation. Therefore, if prisoners are taught alternative lifestyle, they will be less likely to commit crimes in the future. Number 6. CJS operates by linking the police prosecuting agencies, courts, correctional institutions, and the mobilized community to form an operational cycle designed to promote justice for criminal victims as well as those who are accused and convicted of crimes. The help of the police, courts, and prosecuting agencies, the criminal justice system, the criminal accused have a fair judgment and promote justice for criminal. Number 7. The first 4 pillars, law enforcement, prosecution, courts, and corrections, pertain to the government agencies vested with official responsibility in dealing with crime, prevention, and control. The first 4 pillars, law enforcement, prosecution, courts, and corrections. The 4 pillars will protect our nation and also to prevent and control the crime.
Here's the sum objective of criminal justice system. Number 1. Preventing the commission of crime. A multifaceted strategy is needed to prevent crime from happening, including aggressive law enforcement, education, and community involvement. Reducing the likelihood of offense involves tactics like community policing, public awareness campaigns, and addressing the underlying cause of criminal behavior. Society seeks to development environment that discourage criminal activity and encourage beneficial society behavior by providing a safe and supportive atmosphere.
Number 2. Enforcing the law. Implementing and preserving legal requirements in order to preserve order and protect societal well-being is known as enforcing the law. Law enforcement organizations seek to maintain adherence to existing laws by investigation, monitoring, and intervention. These procedures support the values of justice in a community, encourage public safety, and aids in the deterrence of criminal activity. Number 3. Removing dangerous persons from the community. When someone is considered dangerous, they are usually removed from the community through legal procedures including arrest and fair trial and establish their guilt or innocence. If found guilty, the punishment may involve prisons or other community safety measures. Such action must prioritize community safety while adhering to legal procedure and respecting individual rights in order to ensure a just, lawful result. Number 4. Protecting life, individual rights, and properties. One of the main objectives of societal and legal structures is the protection of life, individual rights, and properties. This requires enacting policies to stop property theft, damage, and illegal use, as well as upholding laws and to protect the human life and individual rights. To accomplish these goals and preserve a life and secure neighborhood, first court effective laws enforcement and community involvement are essential. Number 5. Deterring people from indulging in criminal activities. Encouraging learning, being involved in the community, and providing chances for both professional and personal development can all serve as deterrents to crime. Furthermore, creating a sense of support and belonging inside communities makes the surrounding happier and less conducive to criminal activity. Deterring the guilt or innocence or guilt of the accused. Establishing guilt or innocence is what the legal system is for. Evidence is presented during an objective and event trial, and the accused is given the chance to offer a defense of their own. Judges or juries are lawyers that assess the case and argument in order to render a decision that complies with the law. It's confusing procedure meant to ensure and accuse rights and guarantee justice.
The first component of 5 pillars is law enforcement. They conduct arrest, search, and seizure. The prime mover or frontliner of the criminal justice system. Law enforcement refers to the organizations and personnel in charge of upholding the rule of law, preserving public order, and overseeing public safety. Investigating, apprehending, and holding those who are accused of crimes are among the main responsibilities of law enforcement. A substantial portion of the imprisonment of people found guilty of crimes is also handled by certain law enforcement organizations, most notably sheriff's offices.
The second pillar of criminal justice system in the Philippines is the prosecution. First things first, what exactly is prosecution? Prosecution refers to the legal proceedings instituted against someone who is accused of a crime. It's the process through which individuals are held accountable for their actions within the framework of the law.
The third pillar of CJS is the courts. We need to conduct trial to determine the guilt of the accused, since the court will determine whether the accused party is guilty or not of the charge brought against them at the conclusion of the trial. The court will declare whether or not the defendant is guilty. The goal of the conduct trial is establish the guilt of the accused by demonstrating their innocence or by having them commit the crime and presenting the evidence to the judge. In the event they are found guilty, the judge will sentence them.
The fourth pillar of CJS is the correction. It reforms and rehabilitates offenders, known as the weakest pillar of CJS. It's not just about punishment but also rehabilitation. Let's dive into the key aspects. First off, what exactly is corrections? Well, it involves the system of punishment, rehabilitation, and supervision of individuals convicted of crimes. The purpose is not only to penalize, but also to help offenders reintegrate into society successfully. One major component of corrections is the prison system. Prison serves as facilities for individuals convicted of crimes, but is more than just a place to keep them. It's a space for rehabilitation. Inmates have access to education, vocational training, and counseling to prepare them for life beyond the prison walls. Within these correction facilities, various rehabilitation programs are in place. Education programs from basic literacy to earning general education diplomas are offered. Vocational training equips inmates with skills they can use in the workforce after release. The goal is to reduce the likelihood of them returning to a life of crime. Of course, the correction system faces challenges such as overcrowded prisons and limited resources. Some jurisdictions are exploring alternatives like community-based programs and electronic monitoring to address these issues. Mental health is also a significant consideration, and investing in mental health services is crucial for their well-being and successful reintegration of inmates. In conclusion, correction is more than just punishments. It's about rehabilitation and reducing the chances of individuals returning to a life of crime. It's a complex system with challenges, but efforts are ongoing to make it more effective and human.
Number 5. Community. The wildest pillar of criminal justice system. There are many ways to understand the wildest pillar of criminal justice system. But if you are looking for the most difficult or unpredictable component, the human factor may be it. Unpredictability and difficult can be introduced into a system by the decisions and actions of those who involved, such as law enforcement, legal professionals, and the accused. In addition to psychological, social, and economic aspect, the criminal justice system is dynamic, keeping public safety, justice, and fairness in balance with these factors is a constant struggle.
Why is it important to study the criminal justice system? First and foremost, studying the criminal justice system lays the foundation for understanding how our society maintains order and addresses wrongdoing. It provides us with insights into the laws that govern our daily lives and the consequences for those who violate them. The criminal justice system is designed to protect the rights and liberties of individuals. By studying it, we gain a deeper understanding of how our legal system safeguards our freedoms, ensuring a fair and just treatment for all, regardless of a background or circumstances. Accountability is a cornerstone of any functioning society. Through the study of the criminal justice system, we learn about the mechanisms in place to hold individuals accountable for their actions. This not only promotes a sense of justice, but also acts as a deterrent against criminal behavior. In broader sense, an informed understanding of the criminal justice system empowers citizens to actively participate in creating a just society. It allows us to engage in discussion about potential reforms and improvements, contributing to the ongoing development of our legal system. The criminal justice system plays a pivotal role in addressing social issues. By studying it, we can better comprehend the root causes of crime and explore ways to address these issues more effectively. This knowledge is essential for creating comprehensive and informed policies. Beyond academic pursuits, studying the criminal justice system opens up diverse career opportunities. whether one aspires to be a lawyer, law enforcement officer, forensic scientist, or policy advocate. A solid understanding of our legal system is the first step toward making positive impact in these fields. In conclusion, studying the criminal justice system in the Philippines is not just an academic exercise. It's about fostering a society built on justice, accountability, and the protection of individual rights. It empowers us as citizens and future professionals to contribute meaningfully to betterment of our nation.